Could you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in this cause now and hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, to help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning. You can have a seat right there. You can pull yourself right up to the mic.
Good morning.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes.
Good morning, Mrs. Page. I'm going to ask you to give your full name, first name, last name, and spell it, mostly for our stenographer, if you can do that.
Sure. Lauren Page, Lauren, Page, Page.
Okay, I'm just also going to note that because the windows are open, occasionally we have fire trucks go by. So if we hear that, we'll stop our conversation. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you. Mrs. Page, you are the mother of Kelsey Fitzsimmons, is that correct?
Yes.
Do you see her in the courtroom today?
Yes.
And you have to say yes or no again for the stenographer.
Yes.
And what's she wearing today?
A white blazer.
Can I have the record reflect, Your Honor, that this witness has identified her daughter as the defendant?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, Kelsey's father is Stephen Fitzsimmons, is that correct?
Yes.
And is he your ex-husband?
Yes.
And you are now married to William Page, is that correct?
Yes.
Can you tell us just roughly, you were together with William Page since 2011, and then you've been married since 2022, is that correct?
Correct.
And you have another child besides Kelsey with Stephen Fitzsimmons, is that right?
Yes.
And who is that?
Stephen Jr.
And is he 6 years older than Kelsey?
Yes.
Your husband, Will Page, also has 2 children from a prior marriage, is that correct?
Correct.
And who are they?
Madison Page and William Page.
Okay. And how old are those children?
Madison will be 18 on the 31st of this month, and Willie is 20.
Okay. And those families are friendly, are they not?
Yes.
Where did you grow up, Mrs. Page, and go to high school?
Arlington, Mass.
And did you have education after high school?
Yes, I did a 2-year paralegal program at Aquinas Junior College in Newton.
And did you become employed after school?
I did. I worked for Shawmut Bank.
Okay. And in general, what was the nature of that first job you had?
Teller assistant manager.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And since that time, you've been employed, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you live now, Mrs. Page?
Methuen, Mass.
And I won't ask you the address, we don't need that. And where do you work now?
I work for Sullivan Mechanical. It's in Wilmington.
In Wilmington. And how far away is your home from the North Andover home where Kelsey Fitzsimmons lived in June of 2025?
8 minutes.
And how about your place of work? How far away is that?
20.
Kelsey went to college, did she not?
Yes, she did.
And after that, did you stay close with her,
Yes.
close to her today?
I'm sorry?
Are you close with her also
Oh,
today?
yes. Yes.
And did Kelsey live in Methuen with you and Mr. Page, his son and daughter, from before Christmas 2025 until recently?
Yes.
When Kelsey finished college, did she do about 1.5 years of law school?
Yes.
And you're aware she applied to become a corrections officer in Essex County, is that correct?
Yes.
And she served as an Essex corrections officer before she went to the North Andover PD.
She did.
And all during that time, you were close in contact with her. Fair to say she was in your life, you were in hers?
Absolutely.
Okay. And again, what town do you and Will live in now?
Same, Methuen.
In Methuen, okay. At some time, did Kelsey move to North Andover?
Yes.
And did she first have an apartment and then bought a house, is that right?
Yes.
Where did Kelsey live when she served as a corrections officer?
Her apartment in North Andover.
And again, how far away is that from where you lived in Methuen and where you live now?
10 minutes.
Close drive, correct?
Yes.
And you knew that your daughter Kelsey was engaged to Justin Aylaian, did you not?
I did.
And you also knew that Kelsey had a child, of course, is that right?
Yes.
And that Justin was the father.
Yes.
You knew they were planning to get married in October of 2025.
Yes.
And did you know her fiance's parents, sister? Just yes or no?
Yes,
You had met them upon occasion and socialized with them, is that right?
yes,
And you knew that they lived in Stowe, Massachusetts. Is that also correct?
correct.
During this time that your daughter had her baby Caden, did you ever babysit for him?
We did, yes.
And could you just tell generally, what kind of baby was he? Fussy, calm? Can you give us a description of the baby?
Caden was very easygoing, very happy baby.
Easy to take care of?
Yes.
And generally, in your experience, when did he cry?
If he needed to eat,
When he was hungry?
yes.
And when you, I'm going to draw your attention now to June 30th, 2025. And we're going to focus on that day. Caden's about 4 months old, is that right,
Yes.
at that time? And where was Caden living at the time on June 30th, 2025?
Phillips Brook Road in North Andover.
With Kelsey, is
With
that
Kelsey,
correct?
Yes.
Mrs. Page, did you know that Kelsey had been cleared to go back to work in a few days from June 30th?
Yes.
And on that day, were you aware that she was going to the North Andover Police Department in order to do some CPR training?
Yes.
Were you aware that she was going to take Caden with her during that training?
I was aware.
I'm just going to ask you yes or no. Did Kelsey call you that day? This is June 30th.
Yes.
And at what time, any time after noon, do you recall that she called you?
2:30.
And did she give you some information about where she was headed when she talked to you?
Yes, she was going to meet Justin at the Common in North Andover.
Okay. And did she talk with you at some time to let you know if and when she was headed back to her house?
Yes.
Do you remember what time that was?
3:30.
And did you and she agree to meet at her house?
Yes, I met her at the house after work.
And about what time was that, if you recall?
3:30, 3:45.
Okay. And you were working that day, right?
Yes.
And your place of work was close enough by that you could do that?
Yes, my route to and from work, I drove by her house.
So if you were going from Wilmington to Methuen, you would actually go by where Kelsey lived,
Yes.
correct? Do you remember what time you arrived again? What time did you get to Kelsey's house that afternoon from work?
I want to say it was 3:30, 3:45.
Okay. Who else was there when you got there?
No one, just Kelsey and baby.
And Kelsey.
Yes.
And just generally, without giving us the conversation, what topic or topics did you discuss?
Kelsey was sad that Justin blew her off and didn't show up at the Common to meet her. She couldn't understand why. She was confused why he would ask her to come and then just ghost her.
And what would you say was her demeanor at that time when you were talking with her at home?
Sad, confused.
How long did you stay when you got there around 3:30?
I left around 5:20, 5:30.
And just in general, again, Mrs. Page, what were you doing while you were there with Kelsey and Caden?
We sat in our living room, played with Caden, talked. I did some dishes in our kitchen. Basically just sat and talked.
Okay. Do you know what time you left?
Between 5:20 and 5:30.
And where were you going immediately? Where were you headed to?
CVS in Methuen.
And originally you were going to CVS. Where were you originally headed after that?
Home.
And that's your home in Methuen?
Yes.
Right. Did you get another call from Kelsey while you were at the CVS? I did. And as a result of that call, Mrs. Page, what did you do?
Went back to her house.
Do you recall what time you arrived at her house?
5:45.
So it's a pretty quick time between the time you left, went to CVS, and then went back. Is that correct?
Yes,
Tell us again the time to drive to CVS from Kelsey's house.
under 10 minutes.
When you arrived at the house at that time, can you tell us what's the first thing you saw?
Police cars.
Did you go in the house
Yes, I went right up.
and doors open? You've been in and out of that door before many times, correct?
Yes, went right up to her porch.
Did you see anything on the porch?
It's a police officer holding Caden.
And at that time, did you know which police officer that was?
No.
He was holding Caden, you said,
Yes.
correct?
I didn't hear the answer.
I'm sorry, no.
Okay, thank you.
A police officer was in uniform, correct?
Yes,
And you didn't know who he was at the time?
no.
What happened next once you saw the police officer holding Caden?
Caden was crying, so I asked if I could take Caden from him so I could settle him down.
And did the police officer give you Caden?
He did.
Is that still on the porch outside or were you inside?
Right on the porch, we exchanged the baby.
So you're holding Caden, and what happens next?
I brought him inside to Kelsey's living room where there was another police officer.
And did the officer who gave you Caden also come into the house with you?
No,
Do you know where he went?
I don't.
So you are holding the baby, you're in the living room with another police officer. And can you tell us what happened next?
Justin walked in with his sister Courtney.
And Justin is the fiance that we spoke about earlier, right?
Yes.
And his sister, what's her name?
Courtney?
They both came in while you were in the living room.
Yes, they walked in.
Do you know about how long you were there before they arrived?
Minutes.
Are you still holding the baby at this stage?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happens next, Mrs. Page?
The officer in the living room asked me to hand Caden to Justin.
And had either Kelsey or the police officer, when you arrived, told you about the restraining order? Just yes or no?
No,
And did you actually who did you give the baby to, I should say?
I handed the baby to Justin. Justin turned and handed Courtney the baby.
And what did they do next?
Left.
Did you have any conversation with them, just yes or no?
No,
Did they take anything for the baby with them, if you remember?
car seat, I believe.
And they left together, if you recall. Is that?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Mrs. Page, when you arrived, did you see your daughter on the first floor?
No,
Did you know where she was?
upstairs.
And while you are downstairs, did you hear anything coming from the second floor? Just yes or no for now.
Yes.
Can you tell us what you heard?
I heard a gentleman say, Kelsey, no, Kelsey, no. And then 2 gunshots.
And can you give us some idea of how quickly those shots were connected to each other?
It was Kelsey, no, bang, bang.
Did you hear Kelsey say anything from the second floor?
No.
Could you hear her make any noises?
Yes.
And Mrs. Page, what happened next?
I saw Justin run by the windows on the porch. And after that, officers came in, EMTs came in, running up the stairs. And I was let out of the house. I was let out by an officer.
And what was your frame of mind, state of mind at that stage?
I was pretty upset.
And were you making any
I was
noise?
screaming.
When is the next time you saw your daughter, Mrs. Page?
At the trauma room at Mass General.
Your Honor, I have nothing further.
Okay, all right, thank you very much. You may sit, you may stand down, thanks. And defense, you may call your next witness. Yes. Take maybe a 20-minute recess. And we will stand in recess.
All rise. We'll stand in a 15-20-minute recess. Please exit the courtroom quietly for other sessions. Up and running. Thank you.
Hey, squad. Alrighty. So, what do you think about the defense witnesses? Um, Hey, squad. Alrighty. So, what do you think about the defense witnesses? Hey, squad. Alrighty. So, What do you think about the defense witnesses? Sorry, let's try that again. What do you think about the defense witnesses? So we had Maureen Teresi, who was Noonan's neighbor. Had a conversation with him, and he called Kelsey a whack job. She herself obviously was concerned about what's happening in their Commonwealth with the legal system and had concerns about whether this was about what this situation was. I thought I agree, Cherish. I thought she was credible. Even when the prosecutor got ridiculously nasty with her, raised his voice at her when he's handing her the exhibits in this case blow me away. They're so bad. The pictures are terrible. Like, that thing was impossible to read. The defense attorney's like, I can't read it either. But yeah, she obviously the prosecutor definitely wanted to impeach her that she had an interest in this case. Well, no shit. A cop shoots another cop in your town? And what? You don't have the right to have an interest in that? You don't have a right to have concern about what's happening with your legal system? She obviously recognized that there's a bias with female officers. She made the connection to Karen Reed, which we have all made. Come on. And I know they're going to be all defensive about that, but that's kind of telling when they're defensive about that, I think, you know? And I was very proud of Maureen that she, after a minute of figuring out what this prosecutor was up to, she was like, yeah, I did say that. Yeah, I sure did. Yep, I shared this. I did. Yeah. You know, an article that was positive about a female officer. What the hell? I don't know. His ire there was misplaced and obvious. I think they did an absolutely masterful job of the direct with Kelsey's mother, Lauren Page. Kept it very factual. But at the same time, there was impact. There was definite impact. You know, when she said that the next time she saw her daughter was at the hospital in trauma. Yeah. I worry about that too, Cherish, that Maureen Teresi will get harassed over this because she spoke up. And the defense was mad, or the prosecution was mad that she had actually reached out and said, hey, he said this to me. It's concerning. I would like to tell you, as though that were a bad thing. She cares about her community. What's wrong with that? We're all supposed to just ignore the legal system and let him do it in the dark, right? Boy, have we seen that before. I know that, I saw so many instances of that when the Lori Vallow trial was first taking off here. By the time we got to Chad, Idaho had kind of caught up. But with Lori and the lead up to Lori, particularly, our legal system was pissed about being brought out into the light. But they're civil servants, they work for us. We have the right to know what they're doing and saying. And Noonan is a cop. He's a public servant. And if he's saying things like that out in the community, we have the right to know. You think the people in Andover want to know what their cops are up to and are saying? I think they do. Cherish says we are sick of bullshit and it needs to be drug out into the sunlight. Absolutely. Right, Rosanna. Rosanna says, wouldn't a police force want to know about their officers acting poorly? Yeah. I don't know. So we'll see. I think we're probably coming up on Kelsey's testimony. We'll see what happens. And then we'll see. Are they going to take the bus to the crime scene tomorrow? Is the defense going to decide they still need that? Just the mental visual of them all filing onto a bus. The judge is like, I'll order a bus. Okay, Your Honor. We're all going to get on a bus and we're going to take a little field trip together. It just cracks me up. And I appreciated that he told the media, oh, sorry, I can't tell you not to cover that. Right. You can't. They can film them getting on the bus. They can film the outside of the house. They can do that. The legal system is supposed to be out into the light. Remember? We're supposed to be able to see everything that they do. Why do you think we do what we do here at True Crime Squad and at every other podcast and the media that are covering this trial? I mean, we want our legal system out in the light, don't we? We want to know what our police are doing, our judges, our prosecutors. We want to know. We have a right to know. We pay them with our own taxes in our own communities. So, of course, Maureen Teresi has every right to have an interest in the shooting of Kelsey Fitzsimmons and what happened there. And drawing the connection to Karen Reed, I think, well, no shit, right? Like the way that the prosecutor was so pissed about that, and I was thinking, dude, who didn't make that connection? So we'll see. Very curious. I really, really want to hear Kelsey tell her side of the story. I think we need that. I think the judge needs that. I think we need to balance the scales here. There have been a whole lot of cops telling a whole lot of stories. Speaking of David Strong with the Mass PD, interesting. He was very nervous, which I found interesting considering his position. I would imagine he testifies a lot because he investigates police involved shootings. But he was nervous. Very curious about how hard the defense hit on if Andover PD. First of all, Andover PD had the scene for 20 minutes. It's a concern because there is a motivation to lie in this situation, as we know. And then it was clear till 11 p.m. before they got their warrant and could go in. He said he was not monitoring the house during that time, but he also said no one from Andover PD went in that house. Well, those two things can't be true at the same time, can they? You either were monitoring the house, so you know no one went in, or you weren't monitoring the house, therefore you don't actually know if anyone went in the house. Those are concerns because that house was a crime scene at that point. I didn't like how not sure he was about the security of the crime scene. He wanted us to think he was sure, but in reality, he literally said he was not actually monitoring the house. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, I'm going to jump off of here. Hopefully, we're going to hear from Kelsey. Fingers crossed.